All right, I'm back. Uh, So I'm back again, and would you look at that? Now it went over up some more, but I was gonna make this video yesterday, but had some stuff came up, had to take care of some stuff, wasn't really feeling too good to do it. But as we can see, Lilo and Stitch is over 775 now. It was 700. It was 772 yesterday before this came in. But we can easily just take this number, put it in here, plus this number, because I think they'll just update. See, that's another thing. This number wasn't updated. So, yeah, 772. Yeah, this number wasn't updated until today. Wait, that, I picked that number. Oh, no, that's with that number. Yeah. But yeah, the number wasn't updated today. So you can tell where everything's sitting. Box office. And this they don't have. They have this. This is weird. Wait, why is this lower than here? They're showing the number from yesterday. Yeah, but they don't have today's number. Always with them, they are always off by something. This number is off. It doesn't have today's number in it. Yeah, it doesn't. See, it's down here, but it's not up here. Yeah. Anyway, so Lilo Stitch is still roughly ahead of where Minecraft movie was at the same time. Wait, how many days is it now? 18, so 17 was yesterday. It's Minecraft movie still showing up. Also got to pull Thunderbolts because yeah, Thunderbolts is not gonna hit 400 million. But again, I have to keep telling people breaking even is not 2.5 times the rate. That's a lie. That's always been a lie. Breaking even was always been 1.5 times the rate. The budget production cost of the movie. That's how it always been. That's the height. You want to know why? Because all of those numbers they're showing you are estimates. They don't have no idea what the actual number are. So when you look at those numbers they're showing you for production and everything, those are estimates. The estimate could be high. The estimate could be much higher to much lower than what the actual number is. We don't know either way. But what we do know is, let's see. Uh, Pull up Lilo Stitch again. Let's say 17, 18. 17, 18. So, like domestically, Minecraft Move is ahead, but internationally, the Minecraft Move was further behind at this point. So that's what I'm saying. It's it's funny. They're keep at first it was just ahead, then now they're jumping back and forth at this point. But here's the thing. Let's see. Let's look at how many days number one they had. Let's see here. 14 days. That's it. Let's see. 14 days here. 15 seconds. So they beat Lilo and Stitch has more number one days in the Minecraft move. Uh 14 days. 13 days. Oh, roughly the same. But they have way more number one days than Sonic 3. Because again, that's why I keep telling people. when you look at the data, actual data, and not just what you want, like let's just look at the opening and box office number, and that's it. When you look at the actual data and pay attention to all of this, you start seeing patterns. So again, I go to Sonic Hedgehog. Let's look at Sonic 3. Look at the master box office. 5 days at number one. Then it dropped down to number 3 and 2. Then you had 1, 2, 3, 4 more days. So he had 9 days at number one. Other movies had 13, 14, 15 plus days at number one. So this had 9 days at number one. And the reason it had this reason this happened, where you see a hard drop up after day 5, is because people start talking about a movie and they realize, wow, it is not good. Again, people are like, well, if you, and I still get my haters who say, well, if you're a fan of a movie, why are you talking bad about a movie? You talk, just because you're a fan of Sonic and Witchcom does not mean you just have to pull out what the shit they're doing. If you're making bad video games and stuff, why should I have to put up and buy them? I'm not gonna buy them or play them if you making bad video games. Same thing go with movie. If you're making a bad movie, why should I go out to the there and watch them? Why should I buy them? Because again, you see patterns like this. You see Lilo Stitch. It had 17 days, only 1 day at number two, and that's because during that time, movies just came out. And look how close it was to that. This a movie just came out. And it was close. Now it's back at number one. There's a good chance it's gonna stay at number one this week, probably through this weekend. If another movie doesn't come out, but next week I'll probably start seeing 2 or 3. But this is what you don't pay attention to. You look at, oh well, let's look at the ratings and reviews instead of the actual data. This tell you what happens. Rating and review again is less than 1% of the total number of people. It's really close to 0.001% or somewhere lower than that. So it's lower than, it's not even 0.01% of people who go and watch movies. That's what rating and reviews does. That's what's rating and reviews do. They don't matter. Like, look, Final Destination just came out and is already down a digit. But why is this ranked number one? Ranked number one, where? Was this before Lilo and Stitch came out? I gotta see. This doesn't make no sense because I thought Lilo and Stitch. Oh yeah, it's before. Okay, they had a few days where right now. But see, look what happened. As soon as it came out, this dropped down. So it's a decent movie. Haven't watched it. Haven't really been into Final Destination since like 5 or 6. I think I was that the last one? I think Final Destination 5 was the last one. I might watch 6. Final Destination. Let's look it up. Also, this was a boy last movie, so I might watch it still. Yeah, Final Destination. Yeah, it's fine. So there's a good chance I'm gonna watch this one. It's been so long since I watched any of them because this is when the last one came out. And yeah, that big skip like this, I, I don't remember if it was this one or this one I watched last. It's been that long. Was it this one? I have to read the story again. But no, I don't think I've seen this one. So I think it was 4, the last one I watched. Because I will remember an accent like that. But yeah, so when you look at the data, you see this. You want to see movies that rank number one, rank doing number one for multiple days. You don't want to see your movie number one for the first 5 days, like the first 4 or 5 days, and then just start dropping because that show people. Oh look, it was people went to see it, and after they got over the hype, they was like, "Wow, this movie is not good." Like I'm not saying other movies are doing poorly because again, this movie is not number one. Didn't expect it to be number one because it's Karate Kid. The Karate Kid movie's never been the peak of the peak. It's been decent and good quality movies. But fact, let's do this again. Close tab. Karate Kid. It, see, it did this back then when it first came out. But when you look at it, they never. Matter of fact, I just could go here. I could do this. Could go here or on both sides to just pull them up. Here. This side won't show it. It'll show you all the lists like this. But see, the highest one was this one. Uh, yeah, this one. Yeah, yeah, this one. Yeah, this is the highest one, and it did fairly decent. But again, when you look at the all the rest of the movies, like they made profit. Yes, they made profit. They did all that, but they were never massive breakout hits. The next Karate Kid barely double that. How much did it cost to make? What was the estimate here? It's not showing up. I might have missed it, but it's not showing up here. But you look at this, you look at the box office. It was out 2 weekends, and then they pulled it. One full week, 2 weekends. The movies don't do well. They're good. I'm not saying they are bad movies. I'm not saying I don't even say if a movie flop or not because we don't. First of all, like I say, we don't know the actual budget, but based on the estimated budget for these movies is particular. They are not flops, but are they breakout hits? Not really. Not really. And that's what I'm saying. Like Thunderbolts, it's not gonna catch up to Captain America: Brave New World. Did it flop? No, because it here is already more than the cost, the estimated cost of the movie. This is just saying it's a hit. Same thing with here. It already beat the estimated cost of the movie, so it's a hit. None of the movies actually flopped, but when I see other people who say like this movie right here, this movie just hit what they say it costs. They said it cost what is 100 what is it, not 400 million or 450 or 400 million. So it just hit over that. Now, for my rule is already always 1.5 times the production cost. This 1.5 times the production cost based on these estimates will be 600 million. It's not. It's already. You see it. Look, you see it slowing down already. Will it keep this up? It have to. It literally have to keep this up for the next what? Okay, I can't say that. It'll literally have to make $100 million for. Oh, come on. Yeah, it won't do that. So even if it make $1 million a week, still probably won't be enough. That's with international domestic, because I don't think this is gonna last long enough for it to make up. But people were like, "Oh no, this is gonna keep up and beat. This is gonna really put it to Lilo and Stitch." I'm like, "No, it won't." And people here it's like, "Lilo Stitch is gonna flop." Doesn't flop. Uh, Minecraft movie is gonna flop. Doesn't flop. Will it hit 1 billion? No, it won't. See, this will happen. When you start getting this low, start seeing drops like this, and then by the end of it, it doesn't make enough to reach that gap. Right. Also, Snow White, I believe, just was pulled from theaters. Yeah. But again, it's hard. First of all, did this flop? Maybe. We don't. Again, based on the estimate, this is this barely went over the production cost. So if when we find out actual production cost, it could be 100 million. That means this movie was a hit. It was a flop. But based on what we know, it barely beat a production cost. So it's a flop, it's a hit. Right now, we fully don't know. But what people do, this is how you tell people don't know what they're talking about. They go based on other people estimate stuff, but again, movies, movie theaters, most movie theaters do not take a massive cut of the box office numbers. Most of these numbers go directly to the studios. Most of these numbers go direct to the studio. AMD is probably the only one who takes the biggest cut, and that's after 2 to 4 weeks. That's after 2 to 4 weeks, and they take it like at most 30% of ticket sales after 2 to 4 weeks. It all depends on where that contract end up. But the first few weeks, the they they don't take any of that, and that's what people don't get. They think, oh, also this movie had literally put this in the title to get anything, and I'm like, this that if your movie have to rely on other movies to stand, it's really not going to be great. So what else? I talked a little about Thunderbolts, but again, as I said before, it's not going to catch up with Captain America: Brave New World. Both movies are hits. They made double the production budget. But I seen people who said Thunderbolts was going to beat Captain America: Brave New World. It's not doing that, and now they're saying, well, it's flopping. It didn't flop. Again, 1.5 times the production cost is what it needs to break even. After that, everything after that is profits. And again, after the first 2 to 4 weeks, which is here, that's when studio from down this point on is when and movie theaters start taking cuts out. Look how far down it is. Look how much it goes from here. See here. See how I only go up roughly 40? Yeah, 40 something million here. The biggest bulk of it is up here. From here, after sometimes it could be four after, I don't know, but after this point on down, after the first 2 to 4 weeks on down, that's when the studio started taking a cut. And look how much it made up here. Look how much it made down here. Compared to, you see a bigger cut up here. You're also going to go, basically, if you want to, you could go through every single movie and look how much, what the split was between each of, you know, what the split was between the first 14 days and the bottom. That'll give you an average of what movie will make in the after the first 14 days. So if we do that here, we see that Lilo and Stitch. But again, also this number is behind date, so a lot of this number can be said to be from the week before. So yeah, keep that in mind. So when you do that, you see that Lilo and Stitch is well ahead, and it could make $1 billion easily. Could make well over $1 billion because the first week it already had made. The first week it already had made what 440 over 400 million in its first week. So that's nearly half $1 billion right there, and then the rest, it's gonna make another. Gonna make that amount plus probably a little bit more, a little bit less, where it depends on where it falls. But in the first week, it made that. You take the second week, it was already near what 5 or 6. So after those first 2 weeks, you take that and then you double it, and you get a rough estimate around where it's gonna end up. But yeah, that's how it always been. This idea is that you have to make double the production cost or triple the production cost. That's never been the case. That's been made up and everything. A lot of people do not know that studios and, and movie theaters, their cut is not 50-50. Their cut is not even 50-50 at the highest. It's more like the studios take the first 2 weeks, and then the movie theaters take a cut after from week the beginning of week 3 onward. And then, like I showed you, movies can make what 75% of their can make anywhere from 50 to 75% of what their overall total cost in that first 2 weeks, and then the rest is what those theaters are splitting. And that's slowly. It's not even AMD taking 30% from the get go. It's slowly building up week to week. That's what happened. But a lot of people don't know that, and they say any stuff they heard and repeat. Once you repeat the same thing over and over, if you never worked in it, if you didn't actual research, you wouldn't know this. But they repeat it so much that they now believe it, and then when you tell them the facts, they deny. But if you go into anybody who manage or working for AMD, they'll tell you no, they don't take a big chunk of. They don't take 50% of ticket sales for a while. They don't take most of that. Most of that goes to the theaters. What they make profits off of is the concession stands and stuff. That's how they make profit. Like if I'm gonna go to a theater and see a movie, I'm not buying a concession stand. Now, if it's a small, especially if I'm going to AMD, now if it's smaller, theater, there's a good chance I'm gonna buy some stuff from the concession stand because of a smaller theater, but not AMD or AMC or whatever. Anyway, later.